Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to more Tsukihime. Last time we left off, having just started Akiha's route, and we saw her wandering around the mansion late at night. After we decided not to go after, Nero, even though, obviously, Shiki at this point in time wouldn't know it's Nero, whatever. But, yeah, so, we already know from previously that, you know, the Tonos aren't entirely human, so I assume it has something to do with that. But what exactly? We shall see. And we're in the flashback sequence. I don't know if this is exactly the same as it is in Arquid and CL route, so I'm gonna go through this. If it seems like it's the same, I'll skip it, but for now, I'll look at it. Back then, the whole mansion was like a giant playground. The garden, a deep forest. The house, a tall castle. We played in our own little world, which would take days to explore. Every day was fun. No one thought about ever growing up, and we believed that days and nights would always be the same. It was just a childhood spent playing like puppies. We got along wonderfully and were the best of playmates. Whenever I turned back, Akiha would be there, waving her hands and hiding shyly. Yes, always the same. Back then, the whole mansion was like a giant playground. The garden, a deep forest, the house, a tall castle. Played in our own little world, which would take days to explore. Okay. I don't know why. No, yeah, okay. Alright. Good morning. I hear an unfamiliar voice. The dream disappears, and all that remains is the feeling of my languid, waking body. It is morning. Time to wake up, Shiki-sama. An unfamiliar voice greets me. Stop calling me Shiki-sama already. Yeah. I told you yesterday it sends chills down my back. I wake up. Hisui stands far from the bed like a statue. Where am I? Good morning, Shiki-sama. A girl in a maid uniform bows. Ah, yeah, I came home, right. Yeah, true. Yeah, that you did. I push myself up and look around the room. Good morning, Hisui. Thanks for coming to wake me. There is no need to thank me. It is my duty to come and wake you, Shiki-sama. Hisui answers indifferently, completely expressionless. Ah, really? Okay then. Even in an unfavorable light, I think Hisui's features are beautiful. Yeah, I suppose so. It should be wonderful for such a girl to wake me every morning, but as Hisui never smiles, I don't feel that happy about it. Well, gonna have to change that next route. What a shame. Yeah. If Hisui only had half of Kohaku's brightness, she would be really cute. I would argue she is already, but you know. Do you need something? Oh, realizing I'm looking at her, Hisui stares straight back at me. No, that was her talking. Whoops, well, anyway. No, nothing, no, nothing at all. Hey, Natai. Waking up with you there makes me feel like I'm really at the Tono Mansion. I mean, you are, so yeah, I would think. Now then, getting off the bed, I stretch out both arms. Shiki-sama, there is no time. From the mansion to your school is a 30-minute trip. This leaves only 20 minutes for breakfast. No, I just started like 4 minutes ago, so... Just, Oh, if you mean from last time when, we saw Akiha wandering around the mansion at the end of, last time. So that was weird. Just wandering around at the dead of night. Very, very strange, that. And then, as for now, no, I just, woke up from the dream right after that. This leaves only 20 minutes for breakfast. Eh? Ah! It's already 7 o'clock? I gasped in amazement after looking at the clock. My repeated awakenings last night must have messed up my sleep pattern. Yeah. Your uniform is folded and awaits you over there. Please come to the sitting room if you've changed. Damn it, if you're going to wake me up earlier. She probably tried. Muttering selfishly to myself, I reached for the uniform. It's folded neatly and the shirt has even been ironed. Passing my wrists through the sleeves feels good. Okay. It's that fresh, brand new feeling. Akiha and Kawaku-san are relaxing in the sitting room. Akiha is wearing the uniform of the Asagami Ladies Academy, a famous school for young girls. Did we get that detail last in the first 2 routes about exactly what school she goes to? I don't remember that. They're drinking tea together gracefully as if breakfast ended a long time ago. Well, it's Akiha's room, may as well just greet her, even though I feel bad about ignoring Kohaku. But, you know, read Akiha. Hey, good morning, Akiha.
Good morning, Nissan. Good morning, Shiki-san. Breakfast is ready in the dining hall. Please eat up.
In contrast to Akiha, Kohaku-san greets me with a cheerful smile. Okay, at least she isn't offended about being ignored. That's good. I mean, to be fair, she probably got ignored by, like, all the family members that lived there previously. So, she's probably used to it. She never did get that apology for, being choked out and, on in Ciel's route, but, you know, that can't, yeah. I assume it probably happened off screen, because there was a little bit of a time skip. But, yeah. Thank you very much. It looks like you're having your after-meal tea. Have you already finished breakfast, Akiha?
Of course. I don't care when you get up, Nissan, but please at least make some time for breakfast.
Okay. Damn.
Having breakfast after 7 is a sign of sloppiness.
I would contest that breakfast, no matter what time you eat it, is acceptable, you know? Because, you know, you're just breaking the fast from, like, the last time you ate, right? So, like, because, you know, if you go to sleep, you don't eat for, like, 8 to 10 hours, you know, you essentially fasted, because you usually eat every, like, 5 hours, you know? So it's like, oh. I think having breakfast at 7 is pretty normal. True. What time do you get up, Akiha?
I get up at 5 in the morning. But what about it?
Oh, wow. I don't know why she gets up so early, but it was so perfect a time to get up that I have no room to retort.
Besides, your school is 30 minutes from here on foot, isn't it? Please don't be late to a school that's so close by. It'd be an embarrassment.
Akiha, why you gotta be so rude? Akiha's words are filled with thorns that stab me. But as it's the truth, there's no opening for a counter-argument. Yeah, can't you gotta take it?
Akiha-sama, it's almost time to leave. Is this alright? I know. Sheesh, don't be worried over stuff like this on the first day.
Muttering some complaints. She's scolding herself here. That's interesting. She's like, why did I say that to him? At least I'm pretty sure she's talking to herself and not Shiki. Oh. But then what first day would she be referring to in terms of Kohaku then? Because I assume she'd already started school, because Shiki'd already started. And it wouldn't make much sense for her to be talking about Shiki's first day here, because, like, why would that affect what time she would have to go? Wait, it is the first day of her school year? That's weird. Okay.
Well, I must say goodbye. Nissan, you should apply yourself to your studies today.
Fair enough. Akiha leaves the sitting room. Kohaku-san follows, seeing her off. Apply myself to my studies? She's quite ceremonious about trivial things in an old-fashioned kind of way. I guess it's because she's been disciplined under her old man for the last 8 years. Probably. Well, I'd have gone to school even if she hadn't said anything. I scratched my cheek. There was something about Akiha's face as she left. Because of it, I paid no attention at all to her various admonishings this morning. Of course. I clapped my hands together. For some reason, Akiha's face just then seemed to resemble her face from long ago. After eating the breakfast Kohaku-san prepared, I exited into the lobby. Hisui was waiting there with my bag.
Shiki-sama, have you enough time?
Yeah, it should only be 20 minutes to school if I run. It's only 7:30, so I should be fine even if I take the long way. Seeming satisfied with this answer, Hisui bows her head and assent.
Then allow me to see you out.
Yeah, thank you. I still feel terribly awkward having my own servant. Yeah.
Oh, Shiki-san, please wait just a moment.
With pattering footsteps. This is gonna be the knife thing, right? Hisui steps back and falls silent as Kohaku-san approaches. Huh? Weren't you with Akiha?
Lady Akiha goes to school by car. Since I have something to give to you this morning, I stay behind.
Something to give me? Yes, yeah, this is just a knife, so I'm gonna skip a bit. Hisui. Hisui's cheeks become faintly red.
Please excuse me, that knife is so beautiful I cannot help myself.
Beautiful? You really think it's beautiful? Yeah, she likes knives. Looks kind of beat up to me.
Not at all.
Yeah, we already seen all this, okay. The school day should be interesting, because Shiki didn't go out at night, so he would have no reason to, like, be tired, I would think. Or, like, for his anemia to act up today, so... we probably won't go out and see Arquid. I would think, anyway, I don't know. We'll close about 10 minutes, I start to run across the asphalt. I made it. It seems like it took 20 minutes rather than 30 from the mansion. I don't need to leave around 7 if I want to go slowly, since I ran several times on the way. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Huh? When I get to the classroom, I notice the air is buzzing. Although the classroom in the morning is always noisy, there's something different about the noise today. I walk to my desk by the window. Arihiko is waiting there sullenly. Arihiko, did something happen? Dunno. It's nothing big. There's a rumor that someone in class ran away from home. Satsuki. I knew something fishy was going on with her. Like, the way she talked definitely had some red flags. Ah, that's what all the fuss is about then. I sit down on my desk with a sigh. What do you mean, nothing big? Oh, wait. Oh, wrong person. What do you mean, nothing big? Who ran away? Who? How should I know? But we'll know when homeroom starts. Whoever's seat's vacant, they must be the one who ran away from home. Ah, that's true. It's true, but Arihiko's attitude seems a little dry. If one of our classmates really has run away from home, I think it's a bit much to just ignore it as someone else's problem. Arihiko? Aren't you being insensitive? One of our classmates ran away from home. Aren't you worried? Eh? You're the only one who's seriously worried, dumbass. Everyone's talking about it because it's an interesting thing to talk about. Ah, I guess, but it's not as if you or I had run away from home, so there's no need to worry, is there? Now I remember. This guy's cold like that to everyone except his friends. Though I guess I am a bit worried. Running away from home at a time like this, you'd have to be really brave or really... A time like this? The murders. What kind of time is that? Goddamn it, Shiki. I told you yesterday, Tono. There's a serial killer going around on the streets right now. I don't know who ran away from home. They'd have no excuse if they got attacked by him while living on the streets. Can't be. There's no way that'd happen. Tono, you should watch TV more. There's been 8 victims already, and he doesn't discriminate. You'd better think again if you think you're safe. Okay. The town's empty at night nowadays. The only people who go out are drunkards and policemen, which is why it's so boring. Arihiko's voice is very serious. Hearing it, I begin to feel uneasy. Oh, Konofuji's here. Tell me what last. Arihiko returns to his seat. After a while, everyone is seated. And one seat's empty. There's no mistaking it. The desk of Yumizuka Satsuki is empty.
Well, my house is this way. Bye-bye. See you at school tomorrow.
Yumizuka said that when we parted yesterday. I don't know. I don't know what happened at home, but I can't see her making that smiling face before running away. That's weird, I don't know. Yumizuka's absent. Yumizuka Satsuki is merely treated as absent as attendance is taken. As if nothing is amiss, homeroom proceeds. I assume asking about her is the right choice. Hang on. I don't have the guide pulled up. Let's see, okay. Tsukihime. I hope this works. Akiha walkthrough, yes. Okay, ask about Yumizuka Satsuki. I know Yumizuka was smiling yesterday. I didn't think that she could make such a face, say bye-bye, and then run away from home. Sensei. What is it, Tono? A question? Yes. Is it true that a student in our class has run away from home? Instantly, the air in the classroom solidifies. He frowns, then with a difficult expression, bows his head in assent. Yes, that is what we've heard from Yumizuka Satsuki's parents. Yumizuka didn't come home last night, but they've been searching and I'm sure they've already found her. Saying so, he departs. Doubt. X to doubt. The classroom becomes noisy again. I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. It's really heavy. A terrible feeling as if my body is tied down to this chair. I still feel down even when lunchtime arrives. While the news of Yumizuka Satsuki running away from home was shocking, it seems it wasn't a topic that could last forever. Classroom is just like always, and it seemed that I'm the only one troubled by our absent classmate. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Tono, let's go eat lunch. That's okay. I don't really feel like it. I guess it can't be helped. Don't be troubled with other people's problems too much. I think he's being a little too cold. Other people's problems, huh? Arihiko's words are too close to the truth.
Huh? You're not with Inuikun today?
Senpai? What are you doing in our classroom?
Well, I thought I'd have lunch with you guys, Tona-kun. I'd have lunch with you guys. Tona-kun, aren't you going to eat anything?
Yeah, unfortunately. Both to her question and, yeah. Senpai sits down on the desk, looking at me anxiously. I probably should. Nah, I just don't seem to have any appetite today.
Are you not feeling well?
Something like that. Don't worry about me. You go into the dining hall. Arihiko's probably already there.
Oh, you're not energetic at all. I don't know what happened, but if you don't eat lunch, you'll just feel even worse.
That's true. But since I'm not hungry, there's not a lot I can do.
Alright, I'll take you somewhere special. It's really a secret, but you're special, Tona-kun.
Wait, we're going to the ceremony room, even not in Ciel's room? Okay. With that, she grabs my arm and pulls me out of the chair. Ciel-senpai takes me to an unused classroom in the very corner of the school building. Huh? This is a Japanese-style room, isn't it?
That's right. It's very relaxed since no one else is here.
Well, that's true, but isn't this place locked, senpai?
Yes. It's usually only open to members of the tea ceremony club, so normal students can't get in.
Saying so, she takes a key out of her pocket. Huh. Oh. Are you in the tea ceremony club, senpai?
Yes. Well, actually, I'm the only member.
With a laugh, senpai goes into the Japanese-style room. Well, yeah. The inside of the room feels special, as if it isn't a part of the school.
Yeah. I mean, it's just meh.
Like, it's the same, 5 songs throughout the entire game, just repeating. So, I mean, it's okay. It just gets a little stale, I guess. I feel like they use these same songs in Fate, except Fate also has 30 more piled on. The sensation of the tatami and the sunlight through the windows feels very relaxing.
As I said earlier, I'm the only member of the tea club. Thanks to that, I can use this place freely during lunchtime after classes. after class. Here.
Laughing, Senpai lays out cushions.
I'll make some tea now, so please wait right there, Tonka.
Senpai heads towards the sink to prepare the tea. There's no point in standing up, so I do as I'm told and sit down on the cushion. Perhaps it was the magic of the Japanese-style room. That chaotic maelstrom that had been raging in my chest calms down, and now I can finally begin to think calmly about what's happened with Yumizuka.
Thanks for waiting. Here you are. Now let's have some lunch. Actually, I have some things to ask you, so it's just as well we're having lunch here.
You have something to talk to me about? Puzzled, I drink the tea I'm offered. As I'm in the Japanese-style room, my posture reflexively straightened and my mind has become tranquil. Okay, conditioning. Although I had no connection to it, the Arima family heads a tea ceremony school. Perhaps it was because I'd been raised in that kind of environment that I feel more at ease in the Japanese-style room than the Western-style one. Probably. I wouldn't... I don't know. Senpai looks at me with a troubled expression. What's wrong, Senpai? You look a bit worried.
I was just a little surprised at how calm you were about all this, Tonka.
Really? Well, my family's a strict one, so I'm used to these kinds of things. More importantly, Senpai, didn't you have something you wanted to talk to me about?
I do. The continuation of what we were talking about earlier.
What we were talking about earlier? You mean about my family? Senpai nods to indicate a yes.
If you don't mind, I would like to hear more about it. I was curious about it since we stopped halfway.
It's not that I mind, but hearing about my family isn't very interesting. It'd be a waste of time.
I don't mind if it's not interesting. I just want to hear about it.
You sure are eccentric, Senpai.
Maybe I am.
Senpai laughs. Alright then. Let's continue from before.
You said you moved to your home. What do you mean by that?
Really? This seems different than before to me. Senpai asks, full of curiosity. Well, the conversation back then must have been pretty fragmented for Senpai, since she didn't know any of the circumstances. Let's see. Basically, I'm a guy who's been disinherited. I was seriously injured after getting caught up in a traffic accident when I was 9 years old. Yeah, a traffic accident. The injuries themselves somehow healed, but after that I easily collapsed from anemia and threw up my food. That's why I was entrusted to my relatives, the Arima, so I recuperated.
So in other words, the Arimas who have been your parents who raised you since you were 9, right?
That's right. I knew my old man hated me for some reason, and that once I'd been entrusted to the Arimas, I'd never go back home. Go back to the Tono Mansion, that is. That's why, well, I thought I'd just continue to live as the son of the Arimas forever. That's what I thought, but my old man kicked the bucket recently. That's when they told me to return to the mansion, now the old man's no longer there, and I finally agreed to them. And that pretty much is my domestic situation. Yeah. I ended my story like that. See how Senpai gives a little nod silently.
May I ask you just one thing?
Sure, if I can answer it. Go ahead.
Alright, then I'll ask. Did you dislike your previous family?
My previous family? The Arimas who had raised me as my parents? Like, okay, from her point of view, I understand why she'd ask that, but that seems very, very rude. At least from Shiki's point of view. My mother and father who weren't my real parents, and the unfamiliar building which without a doubt was home to strangers. But completely regardless of that, no, I liked them. There were people who didn't care that I wasn't related to them by blood. They were so warm to me that I felt bad about being depressed all by myself. And for them to love me no matter what, I didn't think it was a bad thing. I was loved by these people. That's why soon, even one day sooner, I have to truly become family to them. I've been telling myself those words since I was young. Since a very, very long time ago. Over and over, I swore till I would practically pass out. Just like Arihiko said, I didn't have a single complaint about the Arima family. They treated me well, and I think I responded to their affection too. Between us, even though I knew we were just playing at being family, even if it was all just an act, I didn't feel any pain. No, I was happy instead. In a way, I consider the Arima's parents and me to be the ideal nuclear family. Okay?
But it was no good, was it?
Yeah. Despite everything, there was a line I couldn't cross. This isn't your real family. No matter what I did, I couldn't get those words out of my head. I knew I should have been ignoring it, but I just couldn't do it. I don't know if you call it a childhood experience, but it had already become like a curse to me. Somehow, no matter where I was, I felt like a stranger to my family. Senpai is silent, avoiding my gaze. She huddles her shoulders apologetically. Yeah,
See?
See? It was boring after all, right? That's why I said it would be a waste of time.
No, that's not true. It was a very meaningful story.
Saying that, Senpai begins to eat her own lunch. I mean, yeah. She probably means it in a different way, but in a sense, it is a pretty meaningful story, even if taken as just outside the context of all the supernatural shit going on. As I would think so anyway. I followed her example and started nibbling the bread I had bought. Thanks to my conversation with Senpai, my appetite's returned. Despite that, I still couldn't finish even half of it.
So, Tona-kun, is anything troubling you right now?
Why that all of a sudden? I don't have any worries in particular.
And I suppose the reason you aren't eating much must be because of your health.
Oh, what is my voice doing? Senpai stares at me. Somehow, her gaze feels very penetrating. Like that. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. It feels difficult to remain silent under a gaze like that. Also, I saw a clip on YouTube of, I don't know if it was the Tsukihime anime or if it was Carnival Phantasm, but it was Arquid in a school uniform going to Shiki's school, and I was very confused. Okay. I was like, cause everything I've heard is that the Tsukihime anime is bad, so I thought maybe like they really fucked it and they put Arquid in his school, and I'd be like, what? But yeah, Carnival Phantasm makes sense. Somehow her gaze feels very penetrating. It feels difficult to remain silent under a gaze like that. I don't have any worries, but Senpai, what do you think of the recent killings? Yeah, I know. Now that I've actually finished today's menu for the Emiya family a couple days ago, so I might start that next, but I don't know if there'll be like spoilers for like Hisui and Kohaku route. So I don't know if I should wait on it or not. I don't have any worries, but Senpai, what do you think of the recent killings? I can't help but ask. There are mega so okay, so I should wait until after Hisu and Kohaku then, okay. Gotcha. I don't know what I should watch then, because that's the only like short form only other short form anime aside from Emiya Family Menu that I could watch in a reasonable amount of time. So I might have to put off watching more stuff until after I move. Which is probably for the best, to be honest. I mean, I could start something else, but I wouldn't finish it. So it's like, the stories about my classmate who hasn't returned home won't leave my mind.
Killings? Oh, you mean that business about the vampires?
I mean, even that though, the episodes are like are full like 20 minutes long, aren't they? So it's like that's still. I mean, I could do it, but yeah. Yes. There's already been 8 victims, right? I haven't caught the news lately, so I'm not too sure about this subject. Do you know anything, Senpai?
Well, I know as much as anyone else does, but no, not the details.
She lied as easily as she breathed.
It's just that the word vampire sends chills down my spine.
Ah, you mean how it seems the victims have had their blood drained? Strange, isn't it? I wonder what it could mean.
Who knows? It's impossible to know how such people think. But I wonder why they've nicknamed him the vampire.
What an odd question. Well, isn't it because the blood was drained from the bodies? It'd only be natural to call them vampires, wouldn't it?
Do you know the folklore about vampires, Tono-kun?
Suddenly breaking into a smile, Senpai asks an even stranger question. Vampire folklore? You mean how people who have their blood sucked by vampires become vampires themselves? Okay.
Yes. If that was true, there shouldn't be any bodies left, right?
I mean... Seeing as how I didn't even know Nosferatu was a vampire, I would say Dracula. The only Nosferatu I know of is the Fire Emblem magic. Fire Emblem dark magic. So, you know, I don't know.
Supposing some vampire was the killer, there'd be no bodies, Tono-kun.
Yeah, but... okay. I see. That's true, but it's just a nickname, isn't it? Do you really believe in vampires, Senpai?
Not at all.
Doubt.
After all, the fact that bodies are there show that it's not a vampire, right?
Yeah. Smiling, Senpai gives a reply that seems slightly off the point. Has Twitch been better today? Has it been buffering at all? Like, I lowered my bitrate just a little bit. Probably not enough for it to actually have done anything, but... Yeah, I haven't watched many vampire movies. I've seen maybe like none. I've only seen like the first like 4 Twilight movies. And that one with I didn't even see the one with Johnny Depp, did I? No, I didn't. I just know I wanted to watch it because it has Johnny Depp, but I haven't actually watched it. That's good. That's good.
couldn't you also think of it this way? Maybe the victims whose bodies have been found died because they couldn't become vampires. Perhaps there are those who can be turned and those who can't.
Yeah? I've heard of Blade. I don't know if I've heard of Underworld.
The people who have become vampires won't have their corpses found even if they were attacked by vampires. Because even now, they're still alive out there somewhere. But those who can become vampires just die, so their bodies wind up being found.
Well, that's... Senpai is still smiling. I know it's only a joke, but I'm having difficulty laughing it off. Yeah...
Oh, I'm just joking. It'd be like some kind of horror story if that were really true. I don't like scary stories, so please don't ask me things like that.
What? I don't blame you, Shiki. I'd be like, huh? It looked to me like you were really getting into it, Senpai.
Yes, I don't like scary stories, but I do like scaring you, Tonokun.
Yeah. Did I do something to make her bear a grudge against me?
No, jokes aside, Tonokun. Lately, the streets have become dangerous at night. You mustn't go out, even though you're an energetic young man.
Senpai gives me a warning that sounds like a joke. I can't tell how serious she is.
Yeah.